Hey, what's up guys? Soldier Knows Best here. Now, I was excited to make this video because this is by far the fastest and most durable electric scooter that I've been able to test so far. And what is it? Well, it's the second generation Nanrobot D4 Plus. All right, so let's get this video started. So Nanrobot mailed me this D4 Plus, and I'm always concerned about something like this being mailed, but luckily it did arrive with no damage. But as you can see, the styrofoam was kind of all over the place, and I tried to vacuum most of it up, but I still had to clean up just a little bit afterwards. But I would rather have this instead of a broken scooter arriving, which has happened to me in the past, so good job on the shipping. But once you get it out of the box, it's really easy to get it up and running. You just have to unfold it, which is just a couple of levers, and then also just pull the handlebars up and then they snap in place. And then you may have to go around and tighten some of the screws for some of the attachments up, but other than that, everything is already set and ready to go. And I'm just going to use one of the two included keys that come with this. And you can see that the LCD display is plenty bright, so you can see this outside in the sun, and it'll show you information like your speed and your distance traveled and which gear that you're in. And then right below this, you will find the voltage monitor, which is going to be handy. And then on the left-hand side of these handlebars, you will find two buttons, one to control the single and dual drive modes, and then one to control eco and turbo. And be really careful in the beginning, because if you're not really used to fast scooters, make sure you go into eco mode and also single drive just to make sure you don't go too fast. But once you get comfortable, you can definitely bump it up like I did. And also on the left hand side, you will find the on off switch to control the headlights and the tail lights, and those tail lights are definitely handy. And then you'll also find the left brake lever, and this is going to be controlling the rear brake. And then on the right hand side, you find the other lever, and that's going to be controlling the front brake. And then when I expected this scooter a little bit further, I like how they have protected most of the cables, so it's going to be harder for them to get cut if you accidentally drop this thing. And then also I like the grips on the handlebars. They feel very nice and sturdy. But that's enough of this unboxing and first look. Let me get this thing outside to see what it can do. Okay, so let's talk about speed. So this is the top spec D4 Plus that they offer on their website. And this one is rated to go around 40 miles per hour as far as its top speed. But for me, I was able to get around 35 miles per hour. And this all depends on factors like how much you weigh, the terrain that you're on. And this has a dual motor design, and both of the motors are rated at 1,000 watts. So you get up to 2,000 watts of power. So that means this thing can get fast and also get up to that speed incredibly fast. So if you need something that can get you a really good fast takeoff, which is going to be great if you're going to be riding this on the street with cars around you and you may want to get up and go in a hurry, this can definitely take care of that. Now, as far as range, this is rated to get you up to 40 miles per hour, and that's going to be in the eco mode. But if you were to put it in turbo mode, you can probably cut that down in half. So it's going to be great if you're trying to get to work and you don't live too far away. It will be reliable enough to go a good amount of distance before you need to charge it. And speaking of charging, it takes around 10 to 12 hours to get this up to 100%, but that's only with one single charger that comes inside of the box. But if you do want to cut that time in half, you can buy another charger and plug both of them in at the same time and get this thing charged up in a hurry. Now, this isn't your typical scooter because it's really made for off-roading. It has big, fat 10-inch wheels on the front and the back that are made for off-roading. So if you're taking this on grass or dirt, they should handle with no problems. It also has pretty high clearance, so the bottom of it is not going to bottom out easily. So if you're going over curbs or just high objects, you should be fine with this. And also the suspension is going to make this for a comfortable ride. And for the suspension, you have 4 points on the front and you have one big beefy one on the back. And it is comfy, but I still felt it, right? Now, it's not going to be something that's going to make a completely smooth ride, but I went over this cobblestone road and this was also going uphill, and for that particular type of terrain, this handled great. And I felt that I could have even went faster, but I didn't want to destroy this thing before I finish this video. But I feel very confident with taking this off-road anywhere I am. And with these dual motors, you're able to get up hills with ease. And I've tried a bunch of different scooters, especially the ones that you can just rent, and sometimes they just don't have the power to get me up all the terrain I'm going over. And this one was able to get me up those hills safely and also quickly with no problem. Now, when it comes to braking, this thing has really good brakes. I mean, it has electronic brakes, so you can really get to a stop in a hurry. Now, by default, it may be a little bit too much for some, so you can go in and turn down the electronic brakes in the settings. But for me, I like having the comfort to know that when I need to stop on a dime, it can do it. And the scooter has a good amount of standing room. Now I wear a size 12, so you can see one foot fits very easily on this, and my other foot would normally go here. And this surface is treated so you can get a good amount of grip, so you're not gonna slide off of this thing. And they even sell a seat attachment that you can put on the back of this to kind of just sit, chill out, and ride. Now, when you are riding and you need to let people know that you're coming, you can press this horn. And there's a lot enough to let people know that you're coming and maybe they want to watch out, especially with me riding. So with these type of scooters, you're always worried about durability. Now, I saw some complaints online about the scooter, particularly with the handlebars being loose, and you can get in there and tighten those. The scooter does come with some tools that you can pretty much tighten everything on this. For me, I didn't really have any issues at all. You just have to remember to make sure you clamp down everything before you ride. Just kind of do a quick little check. If you don't, and you're going over a bumpy road, like I was going over this cobblestone, my handlebar actually came down a little bit, but that was my fault because I didn't check it before I started riding. And speaking of this handlebar, you can adjust it up and down. So depending on your height, how tall you are, you can press those buttons in and pull that up, or you can go down. Now, when you get done riding, this has an internal folding system. So you simply take the handlebars, you pull that out and fold them down. And then at the bottom, you have this red lever here. Just pull that down. And then you have this other thing that you need to push back, put up the kickstand. And then now it folds like that. And you can pick it up with these red markings here that are on the fender, which is an incredibly strong and durable fender. And now you can take this with you, put it in your car. Now this does weigh 67 pounds, so it is heavy. Now, of course, I'm strong. This is no problem for me, but don't expect to kind of just drag this with you every single place. But I like that even for its size and weight, it is something that does fold up compactly compared to other scooters. All right, so I had to move back indoors because it's kind of cold out here in St. Louis, but I like this scooter. And I think this is going to be a great scooter for people who have been kind of renting the scooters around town, but you want something that has a little bit more power, a little bit more range, and this is definitely the one for that. And if you already own some scooters and you want something that's going to be more durable and just kind of works right out of the box, this one is good as well. And the current price for this is around $1,350, and that includes tax and also free 3 to 5 day shipping, which isn't a bad deal. And then if you want the base version of the D4 Plus, which is going to be most of the good things that I talked about in this video, but it's not going to be as fast or have the same amount of range as the one that I showed you today, but it's going to be pretty close to that. So I'll leave a couple of links down below if you want to check those scooters out. And also too, if you like this video and you like me, of course, make sure you do subscribe and hit that notification bell next to that button. But like always, I do want to thank you for watching this video. Leave your comment down below and let me know what you think about this scooter, and I will catch you later. Peace.